My husband and I are definite introverts. I'm outgoing, but that's like outside of my home. But when we come home, we found that we would pull in, close the garage, and come in and do our thing and never know our neighbors. And I realized I didn't know any of my neighbors' names. I didn't know anything about them, and even some of the people at our church I didn't know about. And I just started this journey of trying to figure out who I'm even living around and how can I love them better. And so when I started thinking about, okay, what is the best way to love people? Like step one of loving people, and it's just to know them, to know their names, to know their kids' names, to know what kind of candy they love the most. Tonight we will have a large inflatable movie screen. We'll be playing a kids movie, and we'll have popcorn and snow cones and yard games. And the entire point of it is that we want to get to know them. We want to know, like, is there a way that I can love you better? Is there a way that we could spend time together and that it turns out our kids love each other or whatever? Like, it's really just to love well and to know them well. Last year when we first started this, our step one for our group, for our small group going through this, was to write down the names of all your neighbors. And we were like, oh, I don't know their names. And we had to write down their names and then like just a couple like super simple facts that you could know just from either looking at them or from having one conversation. And we really couldn't, we just had a couple neighbors that we could do that with. And it really opened our eyes to how important it is to know who people are so that they feel known, because Jesus knows them so well, but no one will ever convey that without us taking that step toward that direction. And it was easier to just feel comfortable and to feel good. And honestly, everybody has baggage. And I think it was so easy for me to just pretend like this is fine, pretend like this is fine, and I'm fine, and everybody's fine, when in truth, we were all drowning. And I've got neighbors who are going through cancer or who's a single mom and divorced. It's so much easier to act like you have it all together or to feel like you have it all together. And the gospel makes us realize we don't, and that Jesus is the only way for us to make it through this really hard life.